Now, there's something I've experienced a lot recently, and part of it is because of the community I'm building or trying to build myself, and that is a community of like-minded individuals. I love where my channel has gone in the past few months. I love the various names that I see popping up with wonderful comments, how everybody is kind of respectful of one another and understanding that there is a difference of opinions and your opinion is valid for you, but there's no need to pick on somebody else because they don't have the same idea or thought about a movie as you do. Everybody's an individual. Everybody has a great bit of taste, what they like, what they don't like. I love to hear both sides of the arguments. I love to say I love a movie. I'm more than happy to hear why somebody else doesn't like it. It doesn't detract from my enjoyment of the movie. One of the things I like is when I don't like a movie and someone gives me their opinion, because it can force me to go back, reassess the movie and maybe give it another try. Sometimes it may grow on me, other times it may not. But community is the most exciting thing for me after watching the movie. Of course, the movie comes first, that's the great part, but coming on and doing my movie reviews and talking to you guys, doing the live streams and interacting with you people is just wonderful. But there is toxic elements out there as well. These kind of people who refuse to even consider your opinion as being valid. If you don't like a movie that they like, then you are, well, various names. You're torturous. You shouldn't be allowed in there. These people are pressurizing the community. And I see this a lot with purchasing boutique labels. There is a superiority process that's coming out now, where people are shunning people because they haven't got the limited edition, whereas they've only got the standard edition. And this is something that's really irking me a lot. People are in different circumstances. Not everybody can afford to buy every movie they want, and definitely not everyone can afford to buy all the limited editions they want. And yet, for some reason, the packaging and the box and the fact that it's limited edition has become more important than the movie itself. And I find that rather disappointing, is the only way to put it, is to be how someone can demoralise or put someone down or shun them because they didn't rush out and drop a large amount of money on an edition that they may not just want at all. Some people are happy with the standard editions. Some people, the smart people, are just happy to have the film. But there is this superiority, like I've said. People on forums, people on various Facebook pages who will only count a limited edition or an expensive disc as being the only one that you can have. And I think that really does annoy me. One thing I liked about movie collecting is it's affordable. You work within the budgets that you have. You try to get value for your money. If you have a £20 budget a month, do what you can with that. No one says you have to buy all the prestige editions of things. Go to Poundland and get 10 movies for that. You can get value for your money, and I feel that it's becoming a little bit of a community outside of other things where it feels as if it's leaning away from the films and starting to become more about other things. And although I'm passionate about boutiques and I like them, I understand that there can be better versions of a movie out with a boutique label. Just because something is out on Indicator doesn't mean that that's the best version of that movie. That just means that, Indicator have it, and if you're an Indicator fan, you're probably going to get that one. It's one of these tough, annoying little facets of the community that's coming out. Collecting has become a big part of it. Curating, I think, is the way to go, and something that I'm slowly pushing myself towards. I want a collection of movies that I love, of movies that I want to watch again. If someone has a lesser version of a disc that I have, that means nothing to me. That's their collection. It shouldn't affect me one way or another. If someone has a movie and they love it, that what edition that is doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. But to see these people who feel privileged in being able to afford all these things and being able to make other people feel worse about choosing a standard edition of something's just wrong. It's these kind of things that I find really frustrating within the community. I'm so glad I have you wonderful people who are part of the Man v Film community, who drop their comments, who have their opinion, who listen to other people's opinions, who have wild, varying opinions as well, and have these discussions without it devolving into, picking on each other in any way, shape or form. I love reading some of the comments, and I get notifications for everything, so there's some conversations going that I'm not even part of, and just reading the back and forth and seeing two people with opposing opinions actually talk and debate, and at the end of it, nobody's offended one another. They've probably made friends. They realise that they've got opposing opinions, and it doesn't need to fall into the gutter in a fallout fight. Toxicity within the community, as in life, shouldn't be tolerated. We're all film fans at heart. We may have preferences for certain boutiques, and that's fine, but we shouldn't be shunning other people or shaming other people just because they don't have these kind of editions. I'll miss out on some editions as well, and ultimately someone telling me that I've got a lesser edition, well, one, it tells me more about that person than it does about myself. The community is what you make of it. Be positive, be pleasant, argue your point. Your opinion is, of course, your opinion, and should be taken as such. And have these discussions, have these debates with people. Nobody says you need to agree with everybody, but there are ways to go about handling yourself. And this is, yes, primarily about community, the online community for film fans, but I think it's a good way to handle yourself in life as well. Don't rise to these occasions. Don't be toxic. Don't be dismissive or look down upon people just because. It's not a nice way to be. It's not a nice way to live. That's my 2 cents. I'd love to know your opinion. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.